Someone has to clean up the mess. Where do we start?
They tried to bury us. They counted us out. They told us to be quiet, to shrink, to disappear. But what they didn't understand is that pressure creates diamonds, pain builds power, and every setback was setting us up. We are not broken. We are built. Built from struggle. Built from faith. Built from everything they said would destroy us. You can chain the body, but you cannot cage the spirit. You can rewrite history, but you cannot erase legacy. We didn't burn in the fire. We were made in it. We didn't fall apart. We transformed. So when you see us rising, don't question it. When you see us shining, don't doubt it, because we didn't just survive. We rebuilt. Say it with me.
All right, Shalom. Time's a little off, but let's get into it. Y'all see what the name is? Messyssippi. This ain't something new, it's something old. But the truth must be told, will be told, shall be told, gonna be told. Let me get into it right now. If y'all can think of anything else, you just put it in the chat. If I ain't got it, I'll pull it up. If y'all think of anything else that I might have missed of Messyssippi. Oh yeah, that's our song, Our Story Ends in Victory. Yeah, I pulled it off of TikTok. But yeah, I played it at the end of the song. The last video I did, they didn't strike it, so I just put it at the beginning of this one. But yeah, hold on, let me get started. Shalom. I'm about to. All right. I don't know where to start. Let me see here. So much. All right, let me see here. Let me start with this Bible. Okay. Now, this is the person me and Mike was talking about the other day in that video. Who can you trust? I don't know who this is. This look like somebody else. Let me just see what it is. Because it said 2025, and this guy died in 2022. Let me see who this is. Anthony Terrell Morgan. Okay, let me read the details. All right, was reported missing June 23rd after last being seen at Blue Magic in Tupelo. Authorities were alerted by boaters who spotted a possible body in the water. Responding deputies and investigators located the body roughly 500 yards from the ramp, and Morgan's vehicle was found about 150 yards away. The case remains under investigation pending autopsy results. Sheriff Mitch Neighbors thanks all the agencies involved. I'm wondering, was he off with a bunch of white folks? That's what I'm wondering. I didn't know the fella, but it seems a lot of black folks around here are afraid they're going to offend white people. And I'm like this, if they truly my friend and love my well-being, then they should understand. You know, that's where I'm at. I shouldn't have to watch what I say when I'm telling the truth because I'm gonna get on some Neanderthals feelings. You understand? Let me move on. Oh, y'all couldn't even see that, but yeah. Let me get back over here. Let me close this Facebook page. Yeah, if you got to worry about offending your pale people feelings, then you might want to check yourself and check your friendship. Why aren't they afraid of how you feel when they agree with the person that's out here slaying us? They ain't worried about how you feel. Be not unequally yoked with unbelievers. They don't believe the pain we go through. But let me continue. Let me get back over here to this man. Charles Mutton Gardner, 47-year-old missing man from Plantersville, Mississippi, was found on January 8th, 2022. Mike and them said he hung around a bunch of white people. I didn't know him. I think him and Stephen knew him. They knew him. They say he hung around a bunch of white people. Okay. All right. A hunter located his clothing and wallet on nearby land. All right. Let me move on. Concluding the search that began in the disappearance. See, see. This is what happens when they say that we done it to ourselves. No investigation, no suspects, no crime been committed. Case dismissed. So, how can we counteract that? Oh yeah. Yeah. How can we counteract that? We go to the crime scene ourselves. Video. If you see anything, I don't care what it is, make sure you got on some gloves, bag it, and tag it. If it's a cigarette butt, you don't touch it with your hands. Get you some bags. DNA is in that cigarette butt. It might not be nothing, but it's better than doing nothing and taking their word for anything. You understand? All right, let me move on. Yeah, well, let me continue. Let's just say somebody strung themselves up in a tree. As I said before, it's gonna be evidence in my clothes that I went up that tree. It's gonna be parts of that tree in my clothes. It's provable. It's provable. How come they never prove it? Shalom. Shalom. Eliyahu, you want to come up? How come they don't prove it? If somebody did this to themselves, then they can prove it. Doggone it, if I went up a doggone tree, I'm not gonna work all day to the side to go do something. I had the mindset in my 20s, I'm gonna go get these Klan policemen that I know about. That's the mindset if I want to end it, that's the mindset I had. Do something about these Klan police. If I want to go out. But anyway. Now, if I went up a tree, it's gonna be bark up the tree. You want a video all the way around the tree. It's gonna be skin cells in that bark on that tree. It's gonna be fibers from the clothes in that tree. Some of them ain't no chill. How did you get up the tree? Did he levitate? Huh? Ain't nothing for him to get up in there with. Negroes don't walk around with ropes. We don't walk around with ladders. We're not going to work all day, finish that last job for massa, and then go off ourselves. Start telling these police to prove it. You know there's no evidence because of how? Did you investigate? Okay, what did you find in your investigation? You said, did you check the tree for DNA evidence? Did you check the clothing for tree bark evidence? Did you check the ground to see if you see footprints around the tree? Did you check the cell phone tower and see who was in the vicinity? That's just some of the things. Okay? Got to make these folk, got to make them change their tactics. That's all. See, we got to make them change their tactics. Hold on, let me move on, y'all. Put this back up here. All right. Now, some of y'all may not remember this. This is when this was 2016. Me and my wife just got married. I told her then, I said, they're not going to do anything. A white woman went around a school bus and run over and killed a black child, and then nothing happened. This is the little girl they killed. See, this is another one. But this is the girl they killed right here. See, can I find a video? Anytime they stalling, they're not going to do anything. Just like what they're doing now, they're not going to do anything. Let me just read it because the video has been so long. The video is so long, I had to scroll down. But anyway, 7-year-old Amaya Braxton was tragically killed October 4th, 2016 after being struck by an SUV while getting off her school bus. Y'all know that's a federal crime. You're supposed to stop. Look, on Old Highway 9 in Pontotoc, that's where I went to school at, Messyssippi. All right. The driver who approached the stop bus from behind swerved to avoid the collision and struck the child in her own driveway. You're not supposed to go around a school bus, period. All right. Despite investigations, 2 separate grand juries in Pontotoc declined to indict. Okay, when it's black folks, oh, you get them charges because you got to get in that system working on that sweat equity of that slave labor that keeps their counties going. Coverage of the community response and legal aftermath can be read, but anyway, let me move on. I'm just because there's so many. Let me move on. Now, Rasheem Carter. Y'all remember him? Let me see. I can't see y'all. Come, man. Let me see. Y'all remember him? He went to the police station for help. They sent him out. Truck some white men, hunted him down. He's on trail video right here. Let me see what this video said.
There's been a haunting new discovery 6 months after the mysterious death of 25-year-old Rasheem Carter. His family says he was last heard of in fear for his life. Now they are calling for transparency from police. Transparency from police. Transparency. Now they are.
See that? That's him on somebody's trail camera. His head was one place, body parts strolled everywhere, and nothing. Okay, see y'all probably think I'm a little bit extreme. You do what you want to do. I'm not going voluntarily. I'm not going quietly. I'm not going, if I can help it, quietly. All right? The Bible said we will be in the land of our enemies. The Bible says those who hate you will rule over you. Once you understand that, and see they killing us every which way, they killing us all kind of ways. How much death you got to see before you realize you better off fighting? Then some of them gonna get back. But anyway,
his life. Now they are calling for transparency from police.
The police said it was no footage at all. They never went to look for footage. They never tried to get footage.
Now the police, see, that's why I said get your own. Police said there's no footage at all. But where that trail cam video come from? They don't do investigations. Get your own video. Stop going places and don't know where you're going. They might send a Becky at you. They might send a Keisha at you. That's why it pays to live by the word, because you don't know what day you're going to check out of here. Who wakes up the day they're going to die and say, I'm going to die later on today? Except you might be in the execution in prison somewhere. Who wakes up and say, I'll be dead about this time tomorrow? Live every day like it's your last, so live holy. Okay?
Some 3 weeks later, a picture of Carter was handed over to the police. The picture was taken by Nikki Blakeney's trail camera. He says he only saw the relevance of the picture weeks after Carter went missing.
I have no idea what happened to the fellow. Didn't have nothing to do with it. I'm just glad I could help, because if they had not had a starting point to look for that man, they would never have found him.
He had a stick on his shoulder and he was looking back. He didn't have on a shirt and he was running and just looking back and somebody was chasing him.
The gentleman was coming this way.
He was off with a bunch of white folks. I don't care who don't like it. We dying and you worry about your darn feelings. That's the problem. We out here dying, gone. But you white folks is where y'all want to be comfortable while we die.
Way, but the camera was here. I didn't see him looking at the camera, but I only had the one picture. I know a lot of people have been upset about it, and a lot of people said, well, if you hadn't have did that, we wouldn't be having any kind of troubles and all that they kind of seem to be having. I said, well, I got to do the right thing. I said the right thing was to turn that.
Y'all hear that? Somebody, I'm assuming white people, told him if he hadn't turned that video in, they wouldn't be having no trouble. No, if you hadn't killed him, you wouldn't be having no trouble. See, that's that calcified pineal gland.
In for his mother and them to have some kind of closure. I know a lot of people have been upset about it, and a lot of people said, well, if you hadn't have did that, we wouldn't be having any kind of troubles and all that they kind of seem to be having. I said, well, I got to do the right thing. I said the right thing was to turn that in for his mother and them to have some kind of closure.
It would be the last time Rasheem was seen alive.
I knew it wasn't good. And when I saw that photo, I just knew my heart just dropped. I knew that it was something wrong then.
All right. Let me move on. Now, how many of y'all remember this? Trey Reed at Delta State. All of a sudden, the cameras don't work. Get your own video. Get your own video. All of a sudden, the cameras don't work. The Martravion Trey Reed, a 21-year-old black student at Delta State University in Cleveland, Mississippi, was found hanging from a campus tree in the morning. And then you had these black Negro, supposed to be police, going right along with it. See. Local authorities and the university police ruled the death. They ain't did no investigation. The police focusing on damage control instead of getting to whatever happened. After all, the killer's still there. So the other students are safe. However, Reed's family have disputed this finding, pointing to physical injuries they claim could not have been. Y'all, if y'all go, y'all might have to, you know, especially y'all that been paying your tithes and offerings to pastor all these years, start hitting these pastors up for some of these independent autopsies. All they doing is taking money from y'all. Most of them. All right? Pointing to physical injuries they claim could not have been self-inflicted. The family retained civil rights attorneys and requested a second independent autopsy to follow ongoing development or review the timeline of events. We got to do our own work. Most of us claim we're going to be a nation, that we need to start being detectives. We need to have skills to judge like Daniel, Samuel the prophet, Moses. That got to come back. We're not going to be a nation and we can't righteously judge. We can't critically think to see who's lying. Like what was that? Susanna, one of the apocryphal books. Two lustful men was trying to scare her into committing adultery. Said they will go claim she was committing adultery with another man. Daniel said, you know, the people were ready to put her to death. Daniel said he was real young then. He separated the two. He separated two lying men. Well, both of them were trying to get her to commit adultery with them. He separated the two lying men and said, he told one, which tree was she up under? And one said this tree, and the other one said another tree, and their story was conflicting, and they were lying, and they ended up getting harmed. They ended up getting killed. We claim we're going to be a nation. This come with it. We're going to have to be able to get to the bottom of the criminality ourselves. All right? The Most High told us to come out from among them and be separate. We can't take their judicial system with us. We can't take their police with us. Okay? I mean, that's just a matter of fact. So, yeah. Let me see here. Now, how many of y'all remember the Goon Squad? Where the police bust up in there and Buck broke a couple of black men up in there for hours because they was staying with a Becky. Not gonna play no 6 minutes. Let me play what Corey Jenkins said. They did get sentenced. Let me play what he said. Let me see if this sound gonna come through. They did get sentenced.
Me and punching me and tasing me all the same time. It was all of them on me at the first. I was 6 of them. One right here, they was surrounding me. And one kicking me, and two of them had tased on my belly here. And one right here in front of me kicking my head and punching me. And that's when the water boy started. Chocolate syrup, oil, milk.
He can't talk right to this day. They sodomized him. Okay. Okay. I just want y'all to see what's going on. Just right here. Now, y'all remember the young black man that was a FedEx driver shot at by these two, and FedEx fired him. See how they all get together? See how they, father and son. I believe they out now. Let me see, shot and kill. But anyway, this is just what it is, family. This is what it is. These two, let me see if they got him over here. And that's the young man. FedEx fired him. See, yeah. You worrying about losing your job? You worrying about dying? You worrying about going to jail? Which is more valuable? Your life, your job, or going to jail? Huh? Which one is more valuable? Your life, your job, or going to jail? I got some of these up here redundant, some of these twice. All right, this is Jordan Hill. His killer got off. Y'all remember Jordan Hill? White man went in the ditch, ran him over, and now he back wherever he at. He killed this youngster right here and ain't paying no cost. I'm starting to become more inclined like Rodney Hinton. Y'all know who Rodney Hinton is? I'm more inclined to think like Michael Johnson, Christopher Dorner, Nat Turner. I'm more inclined to start thinking like I'm beginning to understand why them brothers may have did that. The police ain't doing nothing. Judge ain't doing nothing. The preachers ain't doing nothing. We ain't doing nothing. You say, I got faith. And I got news for you. Faith without works is dead. What is your faith telling you? Huh? Faith without works is dead. My faith telling me to do something different. My faith telling me to tell these young folks what's going on. Go out here and school these young folks on these racists out here. They might kill me. I'd rather die by the hands of my own than them. What your faith telling you? That's all hey. Anyway, let me move on. There's a video. Let me see this video, what it's going to do.
Involving a 10-year-old earlier this month. 3 News Side's Teddy Reedy with the latest. We have more information tonight on a deadly hit and run involving a 10-year-old earlier this month. 3 News Side's Teddy Reedy with the latest.
On April 6, 10-year-old Jordan Hill was killed while he was riding an ATV. The driver who hit him was identified as Cody Rollinson, who fled the scene after the crash. According to Emmett County detectives, 911 calls started coming just before noon on Sunday, April 6th. When emergency crews arrived on scene, they found Jordan Hill dead at the crash site and Cody Rollins' pickup truck nowhere in sight. Later that day, police arrested Rollinson and charged him with possession of marijuana and felony leaving the scene of an accident. Rollinson was released on a
What a manslaughter charge is that? He caused the death. See, this is what we're talking about. They give them the least amount of crime they can give them.
$41,000 bond for both charges. We spoke with the family's spokesperson who says they want justice served to the fullest.
We are heartbroken, enraged, and demanding answers after the senseless murder of a 10-year-old Jordan Hill in Liberty, Mississippi. Jordan was simply riding his ATV on the side of the road, not in the road, not causing harm, just being a child. A racist white man took it upon himself to take Jordan's life. This was not a misunderstanding. This was not an accident. This was a hate crime.
More charges could be on the way for Rollinson as detectives wait on Emmett County's crime lab to get back with the results. And the FBI is also working this case. They are looking into potential other cases where Rollinson left the scene of an accident. The public visitation for Jordan Hill will be Friday, April 18th, starting at 6 p.m. at the National Guard.
Now, y'all know Emmett Till been deceased. You know, Carolyn Bryant recently died. And they still vandalizing Emmett Till Memorial. But you know, but y'all, some of y'all think I'm overreacting. But anyway, like you know, just like if you sleep in your house and the house is on fire and you sleep and you didn't know it. Now, which one was more likely to save your life or persuade you the sense of urgency? I just come into your house and said, fire. Fire. Huh? Which one more likely? Or should it, or will you most likely get your attention if I yell, fire? See, when you worried about white people feelings, fire. It's a fire over there. It's a fire. It's a fire over there. They be like, see. But anyway, the most prominent incident involving a video of vandalized Emmett Till Memorial occurred in November 2019. A group of white nationalists. Notice how this not criminalized. You got white nationalists out here. You got all kind of white supremacist groups out here. You got Negroes just swinging from trees everywhere and dying mysteriously. Women, but nobody thinks to look at the white nationalists or the usual suspects or the historical agitators of hanging Negroes from trees. That's logically insane because all of them in on it. All right. Let's get to this video.
Now to outrage on a college campus after this photo was posted on Instagram and published by ProPublica. It shows 3 college students with guns in front of a memorial for civil rights icons.
College students, Nolan Well, college student, Let me wind it back for you a little bit.
This photo was posted on Instagram and published by ProPublica. It shows 3 college students with guns in front of a memorial for civil rights icon Emmett Till. Ole Miss University saying they will not be suspended. And tonight, Emmett Till's family is speaking out. Here's a
Ole Miss didn't even suspend them. But some of you Negroes like Ole Miss. Hey, you know. Anyway, it don't matter if it's Mississippi State. It don't matter if it's Florida State. They all the same, basically. Yeah, but they said they're not suspending them. Anyway.
University saying they will not be suspended. Icon Emmett Till. Ole Miss University saying they will not be suspended. And tonight, Emmett Till's family is speaking out. Here's ABC's Marcus Moore.
Tonight, growing outrage over this photo of fraternity brothers from Ole Miss posing next to a vandalized memorial for Emmett Till. The image posted on Instagram back in March and just published by ProPublica. Till's cousin reacting tonight.
Seeing them standing there and smiling at a place that we think is solemn ground.
Yes, they can smile when they see us struggling. They can smile when they see us dead. That's what devils do. It brings them joy. Y'all don't get it?
It's definitely disappointing.
That photo reopening deep wounds. At 14 years old, Emmett Till was abducted and lynched in 1955 for allegedly whistling at a white woman. His anguished mother leaving the casket open for the world to see. Till's death helped galvanize the civil rights movement. Tonight, these students have been suspended by the Kappa Alpha fraternity, but not expelled. The school says it got a complaint about the photo in March and reported it to the FBI. Ole Miss calling it, quote, offensive and hurtful, but adding it did not violate the school's code.
Okay, they reported it to the FBI. Y'all come with me. Let me see, is this a federal? Is it federal, Emmett Till? Let me see, is Emmett Till Memorial a federal monument? Let's see. Let's see. If it is, then they should have went to jail. So why should we trust the feds when the feds ain't arresting them for vandalizing a federal memorial? Huh? We supposed to trust the FBI? Huh? Huh? Remember the FBI killed the Chicago brother. I can't think of his name right now. Fred Hampton. The FBI killed Fred Hampton. Look right here. Fred Hampton was killed during a police raid that was coordinated by the FBI. See? Anyway. All right. I'm about done, y'all. Now, y'all remember before the baby was shot in Senatobia, Mississippi, they beat 2 girls. Let me read some of this. We act like they're going to stop. They ain't going to stop. At least pray to the Most High. At least do that. I'm going to have to look at y'all right quick, you know. At least pray to the Most High. At least pray to the Most High. You know, everybody ain't supposed to fight. But you can pray for us. You can pray for us. You can pray against them. Don't look for no excuse to do nothing. At least pray for us. Oh, I got to put this back up. Hold on. All right, put this back up. All right. In May 2024, 2 teenage girls in Messyssippi, Mississippi were arrested and allegedly assaulted by local police following a confrontation in a public housing complex. Arrested and allegedly assaulted. How come when it's black folks, they don't put that alleged there? 2 black teens was arrested and allegedly. How come the 2 teens wasn't allegedly in a confrontation? Huh? See that? So they're giving the police the benefit of the doubt, but they are not giving the 2 teenage girls the benefit of the doubt. Unequal scales. The Most High hate unjust weights. I'm not going to get into this because I didn't research this earlier. They ain't got no business beating the teenagers. Your parents are supposed to be there with underage children. Tell your children if they arrest you or what they call it, detain them, tell them to be quiet and call their parents. Start teaching these young children to call my parents. My parents told me to be quiet and call them. They ain't supposed to be questioning our children with the parents not there. Okay? All right, now, let me share this. This is KKK memorabilia or stuff at the Mississippi Department of Public Safety. This is a federal building that got belongings of a terrorist organization inside a federal building. No one's going to jail. They're not getting no DNA. They're not tracking down who put it there. And that looked like a fairly new building. Let me see here.
We are here with the Mike Magazine, another whistleblower production, another whistleblower project. And y'all see we are here with, Miss Priscilla Williams Tia. You know what I'm saying? Y'all thought we was done? Y'all thought we was done? Oh, no, we back at it, and we back. We coming at it. We here? We here. We got boots on the ground. Y'all thought we was going to stop. It ain't stop. We here.
Mississippi Highway Safety Patrol.
Can you give us a history? We're going to step out and let you give us a
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
history.
Well, if people don't know and realize why we're here today to talk about the regalia of the Ku Klux Klan outfit, along with rosters, along with information on who was part of the Klan, along with hit lists that the Ku Klux Klan had found right here in the Mississippi Highway Safety Patrol. If you don't know, the Klan was founded in 1867 after the American Civil War. And its mission was to enforce white supremacy and oppose equality and the civil rights of blacks in the state of Mississippi.
In 1865, you're going to get some pushback on
it. Of course, but originally textbook 1867, after the American Civil War. So we're here today to address these issues of why did Mississippi, the state found that they should just put this information inside the museum. Nigger. Actually not report it, go to the Department of the Mississippi Ethics Department and find out who put this information.
That's one of them old school Klan things. So somebody probably still in that Mississippi State Patrol office put that there. That's probably their great granddaddy. That's one of them old hoods, but nevertheless, that's a fairly new building. But ain't nobody trying to track down who put terrorist stuff in a federal building. FBI ain't doing nothing. You understand?
Information in here. Who put this information in here, as well as how long had it been in here and what they plan on doing with it. We want to know, because right now the Klan is still prevalent in the state of Mississippi. I don't know if you all are familiar, but there were over 45 different racist organizations in the state of Mississippi.
Yeah, we do stories. We do
Actually, 45 racist organizations. We want to know, what does the state of Mississippi, the Ethics Commission, plans on doing with the information found in the Mississippi Safety Patrol. And I think it is very relevant today because
while I'm thinking about it, that might be how they getting these young black men. Pull them over, the police pulling them over, handcuffing them, and taking them out somewhere, strangling them up. Or they online pretending like they women, luring them off somewhere, and then they bum rush them and string them up. Or they could put something in their drink, knock them out, string them up. And here's a new one I just heard of. Put something in their vape. Like, you know, they got these little vape things. Lace it with something to knock them out. There's no way you can keep getting able-bodied youngsters up in a tree without some kind of evidence. Either the police ignoring the evidence, or they are sedating and knocking them out, or getting them some kind of way. All right. This ain't to make you afraid. It's to make you aware. The danger, you are not protected not knowing about the danger. Not knowing about the danger doesn't protect you. Sleeping in a house that's on fire don't make you safe because you sleep in the house and don't know the fire's burning. Okay? All right.
look at the current condition and climate of what is going on in our society, there is no way that this should not be addressed other than going to a museum. And I don't know if you all are paying attention. When they found this information, they felt almost like, oh, we found this information, we're going to put it in the museum for archive. No, this is deeper than this, people. This affected our lives. This tore up homes. Whole families were murdered and killed based on the Klan. Remember, when Emmett Till was taken from Uncle Moses Wright's house, the Ku Klux Klan was behind it. J.W. Malum, Roy Bryant, all of them were part of the Klan. And there were a whole family murdered prior to Emmett Till being murdered, lynched. There were a whole family, J.W. Malum, as a Klansman, killed. So why I say that this is important, by finding this information inside these buildings, it is very relevant for us to know what the state of Mississippi plans on doing with all this information. We want to know who is on the list. We want to know how long this information been inside law enforcement. You all, this is state troopers. Imagine this is why the Goon Squad is able to get away with what they are doing, what they have been doing, because
y'all remember the Goon Squad? The Goon Squad, those police right here, broke up in there and sodomized and molested these two black men because they was living with a Becky. This is the Goon Squad right here. See? Yeah.
nobody is holding this mess accountable. The Ku Klux Klan is still riding prevalent here in the state of Mississippi, and not just Mississippi, all over the United States. We have 82 counties in the city, in the state of Mississippi. Out of those 82 counties, we know without a shadow of a doubt, at least 20, over 20 racist organizations still exist.
Okay. All right. About done. All right. Family, I think I done said enough. I'm glad y'all could make it. You understand? Get your own video. Go to the scene of the crime. Look around, video, film it. If something ain't right, just play it back. There's always something left behind. Okay? You can put a camera anywhere now. All right? Pray for each other. Pray for me. And we're going to be all right. Remember, this stuff is in the Bible. Remember, he said that we're going to be in the land of our enemies. They that hate you will rule over you. Shalom, and I appreciate y'all. It just hurt me so bad, y'all. Y'all don't understand. You know, I done lost my mother. I lost my mother, my baby sister, my brother. I done went through some stuff. You know. Yeah, I got to go. Shalom, family, love y'all. I just want y'all to understand the mind. How did I get here? It's the trimming of the pruning of the tree. Okay, I gotta go. I'm getting cheerful. Shalom, family.
Y'all be doing good. Y'all be doing good in the beginning. Till you get that phone call. Now you know how to act. Bet not say it. You bet not say it. Bet not say it. You got a whole lot of powerful information to tell them, but you better not say it. You don't like the way the people are being evilly treated, but you better not say it. You just wrote a new vocal exposing a total agenda, but you better not lay it. They'll stop you from making a living for this in the system, so you better not say it. Hey, they want to bitterly infect my ability to inspect them and critically project. And if I disagree a sec, they elect to belittle me and consider me a threat. This enemy is the epitome of thinking that he is a deity because he giving me a check. Deflect, pitifully redirect, and set out to get rid of me for not being politically correct. Real slowly they get to know you, then go through your social, and as you're growing, you never know that they notice ya. The First Amendment is bogus because the whole of the population's been totally overloaded with phobias. Now they're insulted, the cancel culture is holding the rope and hoping to dope you with panic like it's an opiate. Ready to throw you to the lowest pit to show you and let you know that the shit that you quoted was inappropriate. Lies, still hovering over the original owner, not knowing that we are not opposing. Fake converts doing con work with stolen identities, knowing that they are not the chosen. Funny how the ones who done the most dirt be the ones who boast of being beyond reproach. They cast a spell knowing that once is broke, conscious woke folks are done with the guns and dopes. So, you got a whole lot of powerful information to tell them, but you better not say it. You don't like the way the people are being evilly treated, but you better not say it. You just wrote a new vocal exposing a total agenda, but you better not lay it. They'll stop you from making a living for this in the system, so you better not say it. I'm pushing the envelope and snatching the bottom out, rerouting all of the facts that the enemy lied about. From the curse of Ham and every lie that come out his mouth. Genocidal models privately plotted inside his house. We keep playing it back with every fatal attack. You kill us and then you try to tell us the way to react. As soon as the facts spray them, they find a way to distract. No reparations for slavery, never paid us for that. Ever wonder why police love making us die, but white murderers always get taken alive? When we see the judge, he coming in with a different mind. So too many times the punishment didn't fit the crime. Whenever an anti-political guy get it, not many people consider the FBI did it. When you threaten your op, nothing but fire coming out. Asking about the Illuminati, he quiet as a mouse. Watch out, your freedom gonna be slacked on if you're talking to Vlad and speaking on everybody that you clapped on. You better stop high capping and yapping about all of the street money that you made in them rap songs. Presentable is evidence, so the RICO case that they sent it you is essentially non-winnable. It's been approved, so they finna use any hint or clues from your interviews, no matter how minuscule. You got a whole lot of powerful information to tell them, but you better not say it. You don't like the way the people are being evilly treated, but you better not say it. You just wrote a new vocal exposing a total agenda, but you better not lay it. They'll stop you from making a living for this in the system, so you better not say it. Your career and livelihood, that's gone. Now you're begging and trying to get them to put your back on. Anytime you drop it, the fact strong. The arm you set up on responds to snatch you off of the platform. You are not the first, they froze plenty of soldiers, so you don't even know that it's been many before you. Thinking you in control until his enemy shows you. The minute you expose it is when he's bending you over. So now they roughing you up cause they had enough of you. Just a couple of months from you thinking they was in love with you. You bucked them publicly in a way they wasn't accustomed to. Now you're suffering cause you discovered who was untouchable. Today ain't like back in the days. You'll be lacking in pay after saying a fashion with an accurate phrase. And not even comedians keeping you laughing or safe. You may get slapped on a stage or attacked with a blade. This industry is a fraud. You can make a little noise until you speak on them fellas that be liking little boys. Then they shatter your reputation until you're unemployed. Cause telling the world on them just only gets them annoyed. You were standing on principle till your work got a scoop. Now you're kissing ass cause somebody got hurt by the truth. You want me to worship you to get put in the right file. Got a smile acting like I co-sign your lifestyle. Hell no. You got a whole lot of powerful information to tell them, but you better not say it. You don't like the way the people are being evilly treated, but you better not say it. You just wrote a new vocal exposing a total agenda, but you better not lay it. Better not lay it. They'll stop you from making a living for this in the system, so you better not say it.